Bellingham. Yay! I'm Cindy Clay. I am a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Bellingham. That's where you are. And also a ministerial student. And I am delighted to welcome you here today on Mother's Day. And so I have to say, there's so many ways to be a mother. You can celebrate this holiday if you gave birth to kids, if you adopted kids, that's what I did. If you are an aunt to a whole bunch of kids, if you have fur babies, if you have fish, you can celebrate Mother's Day, because I had fish and I know how much nurturing energy those fish took. So if any part of you has nurtured life, today is your day, and welcome. We'll get started with a song.
Yeah, welcome everyone. If you're able and want to stand with us, we'll sing Into the Day. Swing open my heart, give thanks for the day. Gonna let love fill me up, get right back to the start. This is how I was made, free from the worry, free from the fear. I know spirit is peace, loving kindness in me right now, right here, singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Swing open my heart, give thanks for the day. Gonna let love fill me up, get right back to the start. This is how I was made, free from the worry, free from the fear. I know spirit is peace, loving kindness in me right now, right here, singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry, no, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Let's sing, don't worry. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Every little thing, yeah, every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah, every little thing is gonna be alright. So nice to see your faces this morning. Take a minute to greet some of those neighbors out there. welcome. Well, do we have any kiddos with us here today? If so, we're going to invite y'all up to the stage. If you want to come to the stage. Teachers, are you coming up to the stage here? Kiddos, do you want to come up? Meet us up on the stage, and then we will sing you out to this beautiful, glorious day. Sing Hooray for the World. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race. I feel like the doors open and there
I know,
you are.
right?
Yeah.
Hello. How is everybody today? Happy Mother's Day, right? Yay. I have a fur baby, so I qualify, and I'm the disciplinarian in the family, so it qualifies, right? So I'm Michael Tallock. I'm a practitioner here. There's so many different ways that you can access practitioners. If you see one of us wearing one of these, we are available for prayer today. Just grab us. We'll pray. There's also a variety of other ways. Sanctuary prayer vessel is back there. If you want to write down your prayer, put it in that vessel. We'll pray for you. We pray. That's what we're going to do right now. So everybody just take a moment. Close your eyes if you want. Take a nice deep breath. And know that in this moment, there's one power, one presence, one loving beingness that lifts us up and carries us forward into something new, something greater, something richer in our lives. And I know that as this is true for me, it's true for everybody here in the sanctuary and also online, that they're stepping forward into this greatness that they're being called to occupy and to build a better relationships with themselves, a better relationship with their neighbor, a better relationship with their community. And as this community gathers together right here and right now, they are lifted by the message from Dr. Bob, by the music from the band, and by all the other talents that come together on this day to lift us, to make us rise, to make us just a little bit better. And so with a gracious heart, I just call this good and know that there's more good available to all of us at any moment. And so I just simply say, and so it is.
I'm standing on the edge, leaning out with every breath. I am longing for something more. The path isn't clear, but I see a door. I am wonder to be found. I'm setting out for sacred ground. There's a stirring, a fire in me. Oh, blessed light, oh, mystery. Sing through my voice, play through my hands. Well, I've done this song maybe once before some years ago, but if you know it, feel free to sing along. I put like a line up there, I think. Yes, this is what we'll kind of sing throughout the song. Also, don't be shy if you feel like dancing, too. There's a hole in your soul, you better fill it. If your cup is overflowing, don't spill it. You better hold it while the whole world's spinning around. If your eyes look down on another, just remember that he's your own brother. This kind of love ain't going under, I found. When you love one another, only good rain comes down. Let's sing, when you love one another. When you love one another, only good rain comes down. Sing that again. When you love one another, only good rain comes down. Nice. If you feel like you've stopped learning, if the wood in your fire ain't burning, you better spark another match, start turning the wheel. Better turn to better living. Start taking and start your giving. This is our true purpose, I feel. 'Cause loving one another is the only thing real. Don't let your blessings turn into stone. That kind of living will leave you all alone. There's a hole in your soul, you better fill it. If your cup is overflowing, don't spill it. You better hold it while the whole world's spinning around. Don't let your blessings turn into stone. That kind of living will leave you all alone. When your heart is troubled by a feeling, remember there's a way to start healing. The first step is when you start believing it's real. This is our true purpose, I feel. Don't let your blessings turn into stone. That kind of living will leave you all alone. There's a hole in your soul, you better fill it. If your cup is overflowing, don't spill it. You better hold it while the whole world's spinning around. 'Cause when you love one another, only good rain comes down. We're gonna sing that right there. When you love one another, only good rain comes down. When you love one another, only good rain comes down. Yeah, when you love one another, only good rain comes down. Yeah, when you love one another, only good rain comes down. When you love one another, only good rain comes down. When you love one another, only good rain comes down.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Not that you weren't, some of you weren't here last week, but some of you weren't. So welcome back. Good to see you. All right. What are we talking about today? Let's see. Oh, yeah, that. Everyone take a nice deep breath with me. And let it go. And one more breath, breathing in and then letting go any concerns and worries and busyness that you went through to get here. And then one more. And as you let go, open your mind, your heart to that essence within you from which all truth comes, from which all meaning can be acknowledged and recognized. And so we open our minds and our hearts to what is true and real for us today. Regardless of the words that are spoken and the sounds that are sung, what matters is what my heart says. And so I open my heart to hear my own voice within my own self and invite each one to do the same. And so it is. Well, I grew up in a family that was primarily matriarchal and had been for about 4 generations, because the men either died young or were ineffective or ill in one way or another. And so the women were in charge. My grandmother ruled the family when I was growing up. Her mother before that, when she was growing up, it was a tradition in the family, even though it was never written or spoken, it seemed to happen generation after generation, that the oldest daughter would go live with the grandmother of that daughter, and help take care of them moving through. And the next generation and the next generation. Nobody ever planned it. No one ever said it. It just happened. It's amazing how families do that. We were talking in a meeting, I've forgotten which one of the gatherings I was in this week with you guys, and someone was talking about their siblings being 10 years apart. And the next generation, siblings were 10 years apart in the next generation. So siblings were growing up. And those kinds of patterns just keep repeating themselves in our lives and in our families. And sometimes we're aware of them, and that's a good thing. And sometimes we're not so aware of them. And that's okay too, because they're still going to show up. If you're aware of it, you can decide to make some changes and make some differences. And if you're not, you're not. And you're like, Bob, what does that have to do with nurturing healthy relationships? Well, what it has to do with nurturing healthy relationships is that if we know and understand what's going on in our families and what's going on and the imprint that has on us, then we have a better idea of how to nurture healthy relationships. When I went away to college is when I really understood that matriarchies weren't in charge of the world. I know the rest of you understand that, right? I didn't. And I was so surprised and somewhat defensive when they started talking about women's liberation. I'm like, you don't need to be liberated. We need to be liberated. Y'all are just fine. Us men need to be liberated. And the truth is we all need to be liberated, right? From old ideas, limited ways of being. Nurturing healthy relationships is about healthy relationships between the masculine and the feminine, between the androgyny, between all peoples of all kinds. But it's got to start here, with you, with me, with each of us individually. Because if I don't have a healthy relationship with myself, then I can't very well have a healthy relationship with you. I hate that part. Also that part in the teaching, this teaching, wonderful teaching of ours, Science of Mind, religious science, that says, my life is my responsibility. You know, people come and visit us, and it takes about 6 weeks of being here before that message begins to really sink in. I can't blame my neighbor. I can't blame those people, whoever we consider those people to be, for the discomfort and unhappiness in the world or in my life. I mean, when my daughter left home and it was just the two of us left in the household, we couldn't blame her for anything, because until then, everything that went missing in the house, you just knew Wendy put it somewhere else, or she used it. You could usually find it in her room. Well, nobody was doing that again, and we were like, what? Maybe it wasn't her all along after all. You know, you got to take responsibility here first, and responsibility for a healthy relationship with me. And we talked about that last week some. But we got to start there. But you know, there's an interesting thing about that. If you're lacking something in that area, you feel like you just can't take care of yourself the way you oughta. You're not loving yourself the way you oughta, the way you could, the way you should. If you ever wonder if you're loving yourself as you could or should, stand naked in front of the mirror and look at yourself. I know I hear "oh no's" coming from down front. No, not me. Do it anyway. And just look from your toes to the top of your head and say, I love you. I love you, feet. You've carried me so many miles. I love that children's story about your feet and where they will take you. You know that one, Dr. Zeus? Yeah. See, if we don't love ourselves first, it's really hard to love anyone else, except sometimes we can. Sometimes we see somebody and you think, wow, that person, that's the kind of people I want to be. And we love them and we care about them and we nurture them and we give to them. And then sometimes people do that for us. There's an interesting law, spiritual law, that we talk about in this teaching called the law of reciprocity. And the law of reciprocity says if I love you all the way through, then that's coming right back at me. Because I can't love you any more than I really love myself. Jesus had it right. He had a few things right. He said, love your neighbor as yourself. What? But you got to love yourself first. And the truth is, you love your neighbor as you love yourself. You love your neighbor about as much as you love yourself. So if you want to know how much you love yourself, look at how much you love your neighbor. Because that law of reciprocity says it's always there. If I love you, I'm loving me the same way. If I don't love you, I'm not loving me the same way. Ooh, ouch. That's the hard part of this teaching sometimes, that taking responsibility. Nurture is an interesting idea. Nurture, defined in the dictionary, says it's caring for and encouraging the growth and or development of another, of someone or something. Caring and encouraging. How many of you have kids? Don't raise your hand. All right, raise your hands. What the hell? Raise your hands. Why not? Okay, I do too. You know, we got all kinds of kids. I loved what you did. You took the first opening to my talk when you did your introduction, so thank you. One mind and all of that. Whatever you have mothered, they're yours. Well, you know, with those kids, they grow to a certain point, and then they start acting like somebody else. You know? They love us and they adore us, and then all of a sudden these teen years hit, and oh my gosh, they act like they don't love us and adore us anymore. Or even at 2 years old. You remember the 2 and 3 year olds when they're like, no. It's their favorite word. And they walk away from you and run away, but they're watching over their shoulder to make sure you're paying attention, you know? Teenagers are that way too. They just do a better job of hiding it. They're wonderful people. And what they're doing is discovering who they are and what they're growing into. And that's when the parenting becomes more difficult, because our job is to encourage and nurture them to become who they are to become. Because every one of them, from the time where they show up in the world, are fully formed spiritual beings who are discovering what that means for themselves. That's a different idea of parenting than raising them up to behave a certain way. My sister talks about raising her kids as more like trying to civilize them. Well, they'll get the civilizing part. Hello? Hello? Really? God. You're kidding. You really want me to tell them that? All right. You're you're in charge. That ear will work. There it is. So that was God sharing a message. She said, call your mama. Whoever you are, whatever your relationship ever was with your mama, call her. If you don't even know who she is, call her. If she's no longer on the planet, it's easier because then you just yell. Call her today and honor her because she has given you the only gift that matters. The gift that matters more than any other gift, life itself. The rest you can work with if you've got that, you know. Yes, she said a few other things too. She said, I needed to get over myself regarding this resistance to the idea that women need to be liberated and raised up, because you do. She was quite adamant about that. You know, the other thing she said was that, but that is a very different view than what it was a few years ago. It's not like men have been in charge and in control up here, which we have been. And now women need to come up here so that they get to be in charge and the men are not. It's women are lifting us all up now to the mature feminine and the mature masculine, so that together there's a partnership and a blurring and a merging, and whether you're the one with all of the feminine energy in your family or all the masculine energy, it doesn't have much to do with your physical body. It has to do with the energy you're carrying. She says, lift them both up. Lift us all up. Can't do one without the other. Maybe we used to think we could. And the immature masculine says, I'm going to be bigger and stronger and louder and tougher, and I'm going to push you down to prove it. But the mature masculine doesn't do that. He says, let's hold us all up. Let's use my power and energy and authority to lift. Not because women need it, because God knows you don't, but so that we all can be held higher and honored in the ways that we should and should be. That's a powerful message. It's a different message. Thank you. Yeah. Where was I? We're talking about relationships, and we were talking about reciprocity. She kind of got that message for me, yeah. Reciprocity. So today is Mother's Day. I have many, many friends who never birthed children themselves, and for whom today is a little kind of mixed. It's joyful and it's kind of sad, and it raises a lot of those kind of questions. So I love what you said at the beginning, and I would just iterate, we're all mothers of one kind or another. That mother energy is alive and well, and so honor yourself. And if you haven't had the kind of experience as a mother that you'd like to, go have it. I know, maybe too late for some, you think, but there's more than one way to have that experience of mothering. My daughter, when she was little, she was about, I don't remember, less than two actually, when she started talking. She was one of those little girls that started moving and talking and wiggling and walking all at the same time. So I'm not sure the exact time. But the first time she named either myself or her mother, she called me Mama. You can imagine the conflict that created in our household. because we really tried to, get her to say mama to the right person, but no, it was mama to me. Later, she did learn dada, and then she kind of figured it out, which one goes with where. But, I grew up in a matriarchal society, a matriarchal culture. I grew up with lots of feminine energy, and calling me mama wasn't unusual. It was a precursor of things to come. So, that was all really wonderful. The other things that's happened in my life in terms of not getting to nurture the way you want to, I always wanted a son. But I was also terrified of having a son because I don't play baseball and football and all that stuff. I like music, I like reading, I like quieter things. And I thought, if I have a boy, I'm in trouble. So what happened instead was after I was grown, I ended up fostering a couple of guys, a couple of kids. And it was a wonderful experience and a wonderful opportunity. I still didn't have to play baseball or any of that stuff. I could be me, and they were who they were because they were a couple of gay kids. So they were, they'd been thrown out because of their sexuality, and a friend and I co-parented them and took them in separately at different times. It was wonderful opportunities and experience. So you find ways to be that nurturing person. You can also be nurturing the people you already know. What a cool idea. Me talking about this to you guys, by the way, I just want to say this because I was thinking about it earlier. It's kind of like going to the Vatican and trying to explain Catholicism to them. You guys got this nurturing thing down, folks. I have experienced nothing but that since I've been here and since I've seen you, and I see how you interact with each other and how you care for each other. That part you got, the nurturing healthy relationships. It's just we need to keep our minds open to expanding that beyond this community in terms of this spiritual community and include those folks out there that are other or that we may think of as other, that might be a little harder to love and to nurture and to care for. I've always felt really comfortable and happy around teenagers, and I'm always able to connect and relate. I work with teens a lot. And many years ago, I was in a place, and I'll tell you one last story, maybe we'll stop. I was in Detroit for a conference, and I had a chance, I read about a support group that was happening somewhere in the city. I didn't know Detroit. So I wanted to go and see what this support group was all about. I was just in the process of coming out as a gay man, and this was a support group for gay men, and it was in a church, and I thought, oh my gosh, why not? So, and it was like 10 o'clock, no, it was at 7 o'clock at night, and it was winter time, so the days were short. So I caught a bus and another bus and another bus out to the suburb of Detroit, which when I got there, I realized this is a really rough neighborhood. And here I'm a white guy, I'll be all right. Got there, nobody was at the church where it was supposed to be happening. Nothing showed up. I waited, I knocked on doors, I looked for a message, nothing. So it was a non-event. And so I was okay. So I went back to the bus stop, had no idea when the next bus was coming. And this gang of teenagers came up, 14, 15-year-olds. And a couple of them had chains, and they had all their stuff, and they started giving me a hard time. Give us your money, give us your money, give us your wallet. I'm like, no, I'm not giving you my wallet. Yeah, you are, come on, blah, blah, blah. So it was a lot of back and forth. And I thought, I wasn't afraid, but I knew if I did a wrong move, I could be afraid, I should be afraid. And instead, I just kept talking back and forth with them. And finally, one of them said, well, aren't you scared of us? And I said, oh, yeah, can't you see I'm shaking? I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Don't hurt me. And I said, plus, you don't want to hurt me. I ain't got no money. I got nothing you can use. And then they started to laugh. When I started to do the shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake, and I started this, and all kinds of stuff. And they thought I was nuts, but they also started to laugh at me. And then finally, after that, we had a little more conversation. And they said, well, the next bus is not coming for about an hour, and you're in really not a safe space out here. And I'm like, well, duh, look at you guys. And I said, well, how about this? How about you stay around? So they stayed around and protected me until the next bus came. That's what happens when your heart is about nurturing and caring. That's what can happen when you can cross those boundaries of who we think are other and who we know and can discover are not. And I'm not anything special. I just happen to be big. Of course, I was bigger than all of them. They were littler guys. But it also just the fact that I didn't get scared, and I knew who was taking care of me. I knew what my healthy relationship was, which is with the infinite, Big Mama in the sky, whatever you want to call her. And I knew I would be okay regardless of what happened, and was able to bridge what could have been a really ugly situation. Now, after talking to these kids, they were also part of a group that went to that church, and so, they weren't quite on as far out there as other as I thought they might be. But I'm telling you all that just to say, let's don't get stuck with just being experts in our nurturing right here in this wonderful, amazing community. Let's be open to expanding and expressing beyond that. And even if you happen to spot somebody in this community who is other, dissolve that notion. Let it go. See them as you. Ernest Holmes says, and I'll close with this, Ernest says that if we need to learn to see everyone as our alter egos. Not as separate people, but alter egos. Because in a world of oneness, where you are the one, there's only one. That's a little fun to get your head around sometimes. But there's only one person in the room, and that is person on a higher, more spiritual level. So you're my alter ego, I'm yours. Everything I say here that you say, oh, wow, that's because you already knew it. I'm just reminding you of the truth you already know. I'm so grateful to be here. Join me, if you will, in a few more moments of meditation. So right here, right now, I know and claim for myself that I am an expression of the divine, and so is each person here. We each are standing in the place of, in the individuated version of an infinite love, an infinite nurture, an infinite awareness that moves through us with ease, moves through us with grace, that moves through us with the opportunity to create something brand new that's never been on the planet before. And so I open my heart to my fellows, to all of those with whom I come in contact, and I open my mind to great ideas, to the wisdom of the universe that flows through each and every one of us, and I take the action I am called to do. I do this with ease, I do this with joy. I let it be, and so it is. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bob. All right, so our ushers are coming forward. This is an opportunity to share of your gifts, and I just want to express my gratitude for every person here and everyone who has supported this service, participated in this service, and everyone who generously shares their gifts and talents with us. Thank you so much.
I am open, may I be a vessel for this love and wisdom and healing. I am open, may I be the nectar, oh, medicine that's mine to freely give. I am open, I am open, may I be a vessel for this love.
I was ready for one more song. Okay. But instead, we're going to do announcements. All right. And the first announcement is Gourmets for Good.
All right. Good morning, everybody. So we are right in the middle of our most fun and successful fundraiser of the whole year, Gourmets for Good. And for those of you who may be new and not be familiar with what we're talking about here, this is an event where different people from the congregation put on events that circle around food. And then the rest of us get to bid for a place at the table or a place in that group. We have 16 events this year. It's really exciting. I went through all of them last week, but I'm going to hit on 3 today. So the first one is one, I was having weird clicker issues last week, so I skipped right over this one. So one of the dinners is called A Gift with Inspiration. It's a Mediterranean meal. So I wanted to be sure and mention that. The next 2 are ones that accept a whole lot of people in the events. So Guys and Grills, that's not burnt, that's flavor. And the men's group here is putting on a big cookout out on the lawn, and like up to 60 people can go. So I know that sometimes the prices go up pretty high on some of these, which we want because it is a fundraiser, but we also want everybody to feel like they can participate. So we have 2 events this year with a much greater number of people who can be accepted into the event. So this is one of them. The next one is called Here's the Scoop, and a lot of the women in the women's circle here in the congregation are putting this on, which is an ice cream social. Up to 30 people can apply for this one or can sign up for this one. So all the bid sheets are in the back classroom. This is Sunday number 2. And then next Sunday is the final Sunday of bidding, which gets very exciting. But let's go over a few of the rules of how to do this. All right, next slide. So how do I bid on a dinner? So number 1, you sign up for a bid number. Find the poster with your dinner on it. And some of you may have already have bid numbers from the past, so you just need to go and kind of activate your bid number. And everybody else, put your number on the next available bid line and write down the amount of your bid. Next slide. And this is kind of what it looks like. And so you'll notice on each bid sheet, it'll tell you the maximum number of people who are allowed. So some only have like 5, some have 8, some go all the way up to 30. But when you put your number on there, just know that, so say this one has 3 guests, that 3 people would put 20, and the next 3 could put like 25. So like just because you see, say, a high number, look and count how many people have actually bid already and how many are actually the maximum for that dinner. It'll be more clear when you see it, but basically just it doesn't have to go up each line, if that makes sense. You have to outbid 3 people. Okay, next. And then, well, that's an example here. Okay, and then let's go to the next slide, which is at the few important things to remember. Every single person needs a bid number, even if they're only 4 years old. Never cross out a previous bid and write a higher number. Go to a new line. Increase bids in at least $2 increments, and bids close at noon on May 18th. Next week, okay, the next slide. So bid high and bid often. This is one of the best ways to connect with each other, and especially if you're new to this community, there is nothing better than going to some of these dinners and getting to connect with other people in the community. All right, thank you.
Yay! Thank you. And because Gourmets for Good is in the classroom, coffee and the Ask Me desk are out here at the back. So if you want information at the Ask Me desk, they're waiting for you right there, and we'll socialize out here. Okay, so our first announcement, food donations for local families. So we are still collecting. There's a basket in the back, or it's a box, it's a big box, for donations of food for immigrants that are in need of support. So if you want more information about that, you can contact Susan or Sandy. Thank you. And the book study is beginning on May 20th, Braving the Wilderness by Brene Brown and led by our own Francine Kitchen. And so that will be 4 Tuesdays, 6 to 7:30 on Zoom. It's free, so that's an opportunity. Thank you. All right. A women's group is meeting today at noon. And right here, men's group is meeting at noon in the classroom. So lots of good energy. And then on next week, next Sunday, Community Song Circle, we are going to be happy to have you back doing that. So if you like to sing, whether you think you sing well or not, you can come at 6:30 to 8 and just join the experience of making music together. Thank you. All right, I think that's it, unless there's something I need to say about the birds.
They're beautiful.
Okay, let's close with song. Thank you.
Yeah, if you would like to stand with us and dance out into this day, let's do it. 1, 2, ready. Anything is possible when you believe. Anything is possible when you believe. You can make a mountain move when you believe. You can make a mountain move when you believe. Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe? Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe in yourself? In yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe, oh yeah, we're gonna make a miracle when you believe. You know you're gonna make a miracle when you believe. And everything you want, you got when you believe. You know everything you want, you got when you believe in yourself. In yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe. Connect with someone out there. I believe in me. Look around, believe in each other. I believe in you. That's right, I believe in all of us. We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can't do. No, 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 no. I said I believe in me. And I believe in you. We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can't do. No, anything is possible when you believe. You know anything is possible when you believe in yourself. In yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself. Yeah. So lovely to see you all today. Enjoy your Mother's Day, and we'll see you again soon.